pulled out kind of a big trick here against Sentinels, who themselves looked really good yesterday against the guard. A lot of questions were answered about how they want to play, and it's slow. With this triple initiator, they will take their time in clearing out these angles.
Oh, and B-Dog on the front side already starting things off with a bang, and it's going to be Tig around the corner with the frenzy to potentially get a few more, and indeed he does. He gets 2 and he's out of there.
Gotta love the positioning of that wall. That wall just setting up Tig in a position like that where he can pop flash out, find an easy frag, and it's a risky position. Tig looked a little bit weak yesterday in his first death department, getting targeted by Cloud9, but here he stayed alive and helped his team lock down the A site.
That's just a waiting game. Spike in front of him. Shazam going with the recon bolt alongside Tens on the crossfire. Very, very deadly, and Tens all the way on the open. He's gone. Good timing, by the way, off that gate crash. That CP for Mata was pulled out right before the mid peak was pulled out. Sentinels, again, they've ran out of options. They see the clone going by. I made any noise, though.
Electing to cut noise here. After getting spotted out now is Mata. 3 players already here, and even with the wall going up, it's not going to be a clean walk up because Moose is there to greet them.
Oh, and Moose is there for 3. A Prime Gaming flawless under the belts of Shopify. Started off this round. We see the op on the other side for Sentinels. So, oh my word, Tens over in mid, not going to be able to find any opportunity. It's Mata in a 1v1. Just dry runs up in A main. He picks out 1. And it's just a lot of ground being made by Sentinels. It's the only thing they can do, but B-Dog, he reinvests into A main and Shroud is there. Yeah, and Moose is going to have to try and get a little bit more aggressive now over towards B main. Needs to take this space back, and they've given up this mid side almost completely. Tig is playing solo here, watching tunnel for anyone to walk up and Dazzle. They are taking a lot of space back here, Shopify. And there's a chance. Dazzle, Shazam, just out of his crosshair. And it works. The spike is down. Shroud has to battle now. They know where the rest are coming. Tens has been spotted. Oh! What a shot from Tens. But again, Spike is still all the way out in the open. Shroud tried for it, but Dazzle is still there. Slowing them down almost entirely. Left. Sentinels. Their backs against the wall over towards A main. Still, they know Tens is kind of creeping around this mid side. They don't know if he's doubled back though. Tig has rotated through the mid side, gone over in towards Talls. And they are playing very split apart. Moose does not have an angle. I lied. I lied. Because he finds Tens. He even just to a 2v2. But that's the ult they were looking for. Yeah, boy, did he have an angle. But there goes the Viper's pit. Oh, my. Gives them a lot of space. But that spray was on to Dapper. Still Shroud. 64 HP. Has to stand tall. Tig coming back. And it's a 1v2 for Shroudy Rowdy. Let's see it. Now he just goes out and he's denied immediately. Oh, Moose. The one pump does it. Would have much rather prefer that Shroud plays in his Viper's Pit. Maybe he has a better chance. But he did take the risk. Wanted to try and create an opportunity. Full Shopify at this point. I'm sorry. All the way up. All the way up towards mid. Yeah, we're on the same page here. Sentinel just walking their way entirely up towards mid. Yeah, it's just so weird. But Mata, that's such a good clone, but no one's able to actually spray at it. Tens just goes right through the wall in response. Great 1v1 against Mata. Dazzle's still looking for a player right in the middle of sight, right in the middle of Cubby. Tens is slowed and he's getting shock darted, but he's somehow still alive. All 3 players for Sentinel safe in the middle of sight. And there's time to reset here as well. Tens has picked up the Vandal. And same thing with Zelsis. He now has a Phantom. And he has an ultimate to play with here. They could shut down all these flashes from Tig, but they're taking the swings. B-Dog, he gets the one for free, but Shroud is back with a classic of all things. There goes the spray from Shroud. All of them walk into his crosshair, and it's a thrifty for Sentinels. And Shopify, they have the chance to slow it down. They're giving them these 1v1s here, Sentinels. Yeah, Tig, here he goes again. Another opportunity back over towards main, but he has a player back over in tunnels to deal with. That's Dapper alongside the rest of Sentinels that finally gets a gap in the middle of A. Yeah, that pressure created from Sentinels over towards door will give them an opportunity. Dapper gets the res up, and well, it is pressure from B-Dog, but no kills found just yet. Nice. And he gets the one, but this is a done round already. Sentinels, that pressure creating towards Halls, distracting the players on site, and they will tie us up here 3 for 3 unless B-Dog, well, he's magical, but a little bit ambitious to get this one. B-Dog in this angle lost it last time. It's closer. Oh, and he gets it. Such an important win for Shopify. If they had just kept going just a bit more back into A main, you would have seen that they had that full control. Yeah, and it looks like that's going to send Sentinels the other way. No A main control. You had Tens watching this angle the whole time.
There's no util in terms of a Viper to slow you down, but no Zelsis to cancel out Tig's util. This is going to be a rough hit as already Mata has arrived, and you have Tig just in the corner.
Right.
His knife as well is going to slow this down even further.
I was going to say Tiggs' knife could have a massive impact, and it did. It ends up knocking down 3 players. It waits up just another 15 seconds here. The rotations are already through. You have the Yoru over towards B. Look at this split. Sentinels, they get a body over towards mid. That's massive for Dapper. Moose has to come around on the rotation and potentially get the trade back, but Sentinels are dashing in.
And now they're slowed down even further. Tig removing Shazam, trying to make a peek, and even then, Dapper falling over towards mid as well. Shopify, just off of time, Sentinels, that just patient style has come back to bite them. Losing that first pick, and Shopify were ready. That reaction read almost perfectly. There will be a prime giving flawless to Sentinels looking to hold on to these 2 rifles. Tens and Shroud can both make the easy drops. That one thrifty round they won really setting themselves up. And that last round as well, keeping it clean. They will have credits to buy. And they are trying to build up their economy. It's better to hold on to these rifles. You have it economic. Dapper's gone deep here again. The orb there to support
great
him.
knife.
No, there's actually no orb, but that knife catching so many players. Shopify are doing everything they can to deny this post-land situation. Dapper does find a first pick. He's deep up into halls. Is there a contest here from Tig? No. And Sentinels back away. They're playing the mind game, resetting, and it looks like they're going to re-clear back towards me, but keep in mind of the time. 30 seconds left, and B-Dog in a tucked angle. He can get aggressive at any moment.
Well, Dapper going out in mid, so here comes B-Dog. B-Dog might be able to find a rotation or 2 coming out towards mid, and indeed he does. He gets the first. Shazam was thinking about the peak, but he goes back with his teammates. Sentinels should have control here of B.
That trademark slowing them out even further. Tens will try and re-clear and work towards mid. B-Dog? Is he wary? I think he's heard the footsteps, and Tens has given up his life again.
So tough for Tens, but again, the footsteps gave it away. B-Dog had a big opportunity at a 1v1 against Shazam, but he misses out. Tig, once again, yet another knife that goes big. Tig has to check his left, though. Zelsis, ready and raring to go, finds the first, but will he actually get the kills? What a trade for Moose. Shroud, 1v2! Oh! Shroudy going rowdy in a Red Bull clutch. It helps when, again, Shroud, such a talented fragger, can actually fight. So here we go again. No, Shroud fully flashed, and Mata doing the same. Overwhelming Tens in the back line of A. That was a 3-man push from Shopify.
Not ready for that kind of play. Sentinels have not faced that yet against the guard, and they were not prepared for something like that against Shopify. That's what I was talking about when they were picking up the pace in terms of how fast they're getting into these rounds. And that's something Sentinel's slow style has to find a way to cope with. Welcoming in that pressure, but Shopify do it on a different metric, switching it up every round, and that one caught Sentinels completely off guard.
Yeah, they've never tried. I mean, yes, they pushed A main, but never so aggressive and organized like that. There's no way that they would be ready.
All right, yeah, flashing through your own smoke as well. Dapper will try and get some space back, evening the numbers. Dapper would have loved to get that frag onto Dazzle, and Sentinels,
good damage.
Literally no map control are going into this one cold turkey.
Listen, man, Shazam has a Hunter's Fury. One hit of that Hunter's Fury takes everyone away here, but wow, very good redirect.
Oh
now
my,
from the TP, but Zelsis just calls out Mata entirely. There's still 2 players very, very low on HP, Dazzle and Tig.
And he's using his Yuta to clear a path for Shazam. They're looking to play that postman like you were mentioning. That Hunter's Fury can be so big. There's Moose already on a flank though, and Tig and Dazzle know their roles. Stay alive.
This is such good timing.
And allow Moose to play this angle.
Oh, this is great for Moose. He's coming in at a great time. Nobody is watching this. Shazam going in with a Hunter's Fury. He didn't want to use the Hunter's Fury for post play, but he still gets one. Moose coming in off the flank. Shazam gets the right peek, but Moose wins it out. Moose, a 1v1 to try to keep Shopify up. You have Zelsis on the other side joining the team. Just, what, 2 weeks ago? Welcome to the squad. Can he solidify his place there? But no, he can't. Moose sticking a 5th for Shopify.
A second 1v2. He did it yesterday against Cloud9, and he does it here. And that's what you want in your controller. To play in a clutch like that with your util. It's not, he's not on the own where he can dance around his smokes, but works around that wall brilliantly. Shopify.
Very nicely done from Moose. There goes the Nightfall, though. Moose is going to be plugged away, so he has to use up one of his mollies. Still have the chamber behind to potentially spray away a little bit. Moose with a shotgun.
Oh my goodness.
The double pump from Moose keeps the round alive at a 3v3. The Viper's Pit is still up and the spike is with him.
And it's Tens. Tens has to re-clear this angle with nothing more than an operator. The Headhunter can come into effect here. But
Shotgun
Moose has gotten a huge one. Tens.
Oh, this is so awkward. Both of them are walked in and out of the cloud, and Tens finally comes up from behind. B-Dog to the left. There goes the shotgun. B-Dog takes down one. 1v1 again. Tens looking to connect the dots. Doesn't get the headshot he wants, but still has the op. One shot to the body will do it, but Tig strikes first.
Creep their way up, using the Viper's Wall, using the Viper's Orb as well. Dazzle might have his work cut out for him. It's just pistols, but it's two.
Oh, okay. The Classics actually overwhelm. Shroud in the front side gets one. B-Dog not able to nail his shot on the players over in Snipers, but you still have Dapper jumping around. But Shroud has the SMG, gets close, but B-Dog actually aims onto his teammate. Shroud, a 1v3, very far now, but he could find a 1v1 with the op. Indeed he does. Still has the spike and could be able to take on an even 1v2.
And he's so smart here. Shroud electing to go now to the Spectre. He's got the Viper's Pit with just a single ult orb, and he's got the spike on his back. Both these players, they're wrapping all the way around. Shroud has just duped them both. He slips back in towards mid. So much time as well to get onto the B side. So much time to set himself up. And they'll realize here soon enough, Shopify, that he's not here. Shroud has just duped them.
He went the other way? He's going the long way around, but again, surely he's gonna have time, but man.
10 seconds
he checks
left.
his corners. 10 seconds left. Shroud is completely left Shopify scratching their heads.
He's done this before. He's done it in this half.
Oh, yes,
done
he
it
has.
in this map. He's done a 1v2, and he's gonna try and do it again. Lines up the Viper's Pit. He's taken up so much of the right side of sight. So many angles he could be playing from around that default box. Just beyond the pillar. They have to clear everything, but they're coming from a pretty good side where they can pincer Shroud.
This is big, though. Shroud with a double molly. He could play around the Viper's Pit and play time.
Crept on through Shroud. Just outside his walls, trying to play the game.
First person on the front lines takes him down. Viper v Viper. You had both players pulling off 1v2s round after round of each other. But Moose is the one that wins it out this time. That's huge for Shopify's half. Shroud needs this. B-Dog is thinking about that peek out. But again, can they only depend on B-Dog? Oh, no. Mada's gonna get this info on Shroud. Wait, did he just run by Shroud? And B-Dog, yeah, he absolutely just runs by Shroud, gets the information, and here comes Mada, still running into the middle of A, and TP's out with more info. 30 seconds left, Spike still hasn't gone down. Moose in the back line gets overwhelmed. There goes the clone, and here comes Mada, but he gets sprayed down still by Dapper. Great stuff from Dapper, and Shazam is there for still the kill onto Tig. One player remaining. It's unreal that B-Dog watches all of his teammates go down in an instant. Sentinels. Here we go. It's going to be the wall up alongside the easy plant.
Oh, Shazam already nicking one out here on the spam through the wall, and even a little bit more. Tig down to just 22. Quick damage here done by Sentinels.
So now it's just slim pickings here for some of these players from Shopify. They have to go back. They have to find some space. Dapper closes into space and takes down two. You still have Tig. Tig and Moose. Such low HP for Tig, and he's still somehow battling back. Moose had to come to the rescue, though, with the two. And Sentinels, Tens, and Shazam. There is no way they're going to lose that.
And that's the lead. Almost immediately dissipated there for Shopify Rebellion. Granted, yesterday they looked good in the anti-ecos against Cloud9. Poking and prodding towards mid. Shazam is going to clear out Moose. He has the information and honestly should have the kill here. Shock Dart. Moose doesn't have any armor, but Moose ends up denying him. And that's two already. Shopify winning out these first duels. And that sends Sentinels reeling. Yes, they've got the firepower, but now they're kind of losing it.
And now this is so awkward for all these players from Sentinels. Where did he even go? Do they fight? Yes, they do. Tens and Shroud alone both find 1v1s. But there goes Tens. Here comes Dapper. Dapper needs to split his attention to mid. B-Dog coming in. Could save the round still, but he uses the last shot of his headhunter right when Dapper swings. It's such a weird hold here for Sentinels, though. They have two players very close, but Dazzle coming in from mid. This is a big angle that he could have gotten two with, but that's a massive flash from Zelstis. He jumps up, he takes up a second. Still Tig fighting back from main. Zelstis on the right side of sight, getting pinched out. He's down to 49 HP, but he's still somehow getting kills. Mada and Moose, the last two remaining. They do have a couple targets in the back of sight, but it's Mada all alone. There goes the wide swings from Shopify. The lineup might have actually worked. Zelstis is down to 9 HP. Mada just needs a body shot on him, but Tens, no way he's gonna miss an opportunity like that. Just a gust of wind would have taken down Mada.
It's a Prowler, again, clearing out B, just checking for anyone at the mouth, and Tens peeking out towards mid, shutting down Mada, and there's a timing for B-Dog.
Okay. Yeah, no, timing for Shroud at least to take down B-Dog, that was.
Info off the drone gives it a free kill.
Oh, Dapper gets spotted off the jump peak.
Imagine he hit that, Moose.
Moose has that sort of reaction time. Again, I wouldn't doubt it. He's been insane the last few days, but he's not going to have many opportunities at this round.
As an ultimate here, if he gets a tag, I mean, this could spell doom for both B-Dog and Tig, and he does. He might pop it here. Doesn't elect to. Then KO ultimate and a cleanup into this A site, as it is just TenZ getting overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, TenZ is scrambling, and he just runs into the crosshairs of Dazzle. Well done, Mata. Completely overwhelming TenZ, but the rotation for Sentinels hasn't exactly been completed.
But it was B-Dog. B-Dog was the one that went down, and that means no trademark, that means no flank watch, and that means Zealous is open the door for Sentinels. They're just delaying here, Sentinels. The rest of these players trying to draw attention.
Whoa. Moose, he's gonna be going for the flank watch. Oh, if Moose goes down there goes the Viper's Pit, but Moose stays alive. Viper's Pit still up, still a 3v3. Mata sharp as ever, 18 HP, still dancing around. But there goes the shock dart, takes him back out dry. And Moose has ran so far away that the Viper's Pit has gone down, but he's still on the flank. Dazzle peeking out of A main, helping out, and Moose comes in at the perfect time for mid.
Hold them down. Wall for themselves has gone up as well. We'll see how they can delay, and these mollies from Shroud are perfect. Gets them both out before he gets nullified.
TP into the back, Dapper holding back Mata though, and here comes Shroud. The big combo between Dapper and Shroud going massive. 3 kills going their way with Shroud getting both of them. And Dapper with a triple in the back lines. Here now, Shroud, the Viper's Pit hold. He's putting all of this effort into this now. The spray could work out so well for him, and indeed it does. The transfer gets 3. B-Dog and Moose trying to get into sight. They still have the Tour de Force to work with, and now they restrict it actually to a 3v2. Moose getting revealed. The nade's going to go out for Zelsis, and Zelsis is in such a difficult position. He has to peek the back of sight, and Shazam is going to be there to take him out, and takes down B-Dog too.
Slight switch up, yes. Shopify now on the right front, taking up towards mid. Zelsis,
Oh,
that
Zelsis,
is
no, he
perfect
flashes himself.
utility.
No, he flashes himself, but the nade is so good. Zelsis. Okay, half perfect, yes, okay, sure, I'll take it. Zelsis can still fight, still has a rifle, and the Eldro gets pulled out. The Sova has no idea. This is just Zelsis' playground. Tig trying to run away, and Zelsis actually lets him go, but still a 2v5, and Tig tries to run the other way amid, and TenZ takes him down through the double doors. This round is over. Moose is just contemplating whether or not to hold on to the Vandal.
Once again, another failed attempt at a spike plant. Shopify shut down towards mid. Sentinels have got their number, reading that Viper's wall almost perfectly. The pressure there, the fade, the haunt to get the info. And seriously, Sentinels are looking so good. This is their comfort pick. They looked great yesterday against the guard. Down to the narrowest of margins, and whatever mistakes they had, whatever mistakes they felt they had on the defensive side, they've cleaned every single aspect of it up. That's what Shazam was talking about, saying that they felt their defensive side was a little bit choppy. Well, I'm gonna be completely honest. It's so clean. Out, and Zelsis here with the util, but Zelsis isn't gonna delay. Instead, it's the Molly. The Molly pushing them into the open. Shroud, of course, to close it down, but it's a 3v3.
Oh, Shroud keeps it going. A second kill back for Shroud, but Shopify again. New players alive, keeping things even for now, but Dapper finds one out in the open. Moose on 1v2, has Viper's Pit, but he just swings out anyways.